Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Friday, May 22nd, 2020. And that's at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Take a look at the models. There is snow forecast for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in places like Wyoming and north central Colorado. But the big story, Memorial Day weekend storms could kick off severe weather season. Keep calm. It's boom time. 2020 already one of Middle Tennessee's most active severe weather years. Oh,
The howling, the wind, the destruction, the images, unparalleled. 2020 has been one of the toughest severe weather years we have ever seen in Middle Tennessee, and the amount of tornadoes already above average. So far, just for Middle Tennessee, in 2020, we picked up 18 confirmed tornadoes. Take a look back in 2019, 11 and 17 in 2018. If you look at the 25-year average since 1995, we typically average 17, and we're not even halfway through the year. Let's take a look at the biggest outbreak. This is March 2nd and 3rd, the overnight event. Look at all the tornadoes that we had across Middle Tennessee, and yes, even some in southern Kentucky. The biggest one, most notable one, was that 60-mile path that started at John C. Toon Airport as an EF3 tornado, went through Germantown, Mount Juliet, Lebanon, and eventually out towards Gordonsville. How can we forget the even stronger tornado, the EF4 tornado, that went through portions of Putnam County and lifted just on the west side of Cookeville. When the National Weather Service goes out, they base the damage, they estimate the winds on something called the enhanced Fujita scale. It goes from 0 to 5. Our tornadoes back in March on the higher end of the scale, which has been really tough. And tornado warnings, they'll likely occur even further down the road as the year continues to unfold. If there is a warning, safety is number one. Have a plan in place. Lowest level of your home. If you have a one-level home, that's okay. Go into an interior room, away from windows, away from exterior walls. Protect your head, protect your neck, and always have your cell phone charged. And by the way, this is climatology right here. We've already reached the peak of severe weather season, but it does show that a tornado can strike at any time. But if you're prepared and listen to our message, you'll be as safe as possible. And we hope that 2020 continues to calm down.
Prepared, not scared. Just the way I like it. Severe weather risk in the plains will continue for the rest of Friday. And that's from Kansas City all the way south down into central Texas. So this area of Texas and Oklahoma are going to be at the greatest risk, enhanced severe weather risk in the plains. The risk for severe storms will continue through this weekend across portions of the plains after several days of severe weather earlier in the week. Friday, today, strong mid-level winds are expected to spread over southern plains and the Ozark Plateau around a weak trough moving into the southwest. Moderate to strong instability is expected to build during the day, which should support some organized severe activity. And there again, here's your Friday warning watch and for hail. And there's your wind outlook. And there's your forecast. Strong thunderstorms here by 10 p.m. coming through at you on Memphis, from Dallas to Memphis. So heads up there. Severe weather and tornadoes possible near Dallas and Oklahoma City also. And shocking video shows the aftermath of the Michigan dam failure after chunks of the highway have been washed away and a lake burst its banks, leaving a muddy mess. And this infrastructure, they're just assessing this damage now. And the reason they can go out there and look at that, we're going to show you some of the graphs if you stick with us. First, we'll show you some satellite images of the flooding. Some before and afters.
With the savings rates offered at some banks, your money...
Uh-oh.
Almost.
Where'd that come from? That's creepy. Look at that, underwater. And then just here, watch. After. Before the flood, after the flood. Some sombering pictures. Clearly that's an after. And there's the before. A lot of flooding down there in Michigan. We have some video footage, But let's check the USGS streamflow data here. And this is for the Tittabawassee River at Midland. And there was the crest just about 48 hours ago at 60,000 CFS. And it has dropped 10 feet. This is the current level right now. So they're back just going to go underneath flood stage any moment now. But this baby crested about 12 feet above flood stage, which is quite high. But that will be coming down now. The dams have all breached. So this is just the draining out of all that system. And it will continue to drain out. Here's some of the footage of that Midland flooding. Uh-oh. Well, I'll leave you links below to that, and you can watch that for hours. Severe thunderstorms in the southern plains, critical fire weather conditions for numerous areas, including the Four Corners and my county. So heads up if you're down here where it's blowing around and it's dry and it's hot. There's an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms over portions of North Texas. We showed you that area, and southeastern Oklahoma today, including the Dallas-Fort Worth metro. Very large hail of golf ball size and larger are possible from these storms. Gusty winds and dry conditions will maintain critical fire conditions in the southwest and portions of Maine. So heads up there. Even the Yukon Flats and interior Alaska up there in pink. So it's windy. It's spring. And this is the snow expected over the coming days. Here's your Friday into Saturday. Saturday into Sunday. Heavy snow in northwestern Wyoming. And then Sunday into Monday. Looks like a heavy snow pocket up to 16 plus inches here in the Steamboat region. And it's not any crazier in Australia here. This is a weather intelligence briefing just issued this morning. Winter blast across Queensland. That sounds chilly. Now, areas of interest or impact include all of these regions. And I don't even know where that is, but a cold air mass is spreading across Queensland at the moment. Daytime temperatures are expected to be up to 11 to 14 degrees below the May average for in parts by Saturday. And it's possible that some low maximum temperature records for May could be broken at some locations in the northern and central Queensland. Early morning frosts are likely across the southern central and the southeastern interior of the state over the weekend. And this could be particularly widespread on Sunday. There are sheep grazers warnings, and these cold temperatures are going to penetrate deep into the tropics underneath a large northwest cloud band. And it's possible that the unusual conditions, grand solar minimum much, could impact agricultural industries across areas of the northern and central Queensland. So that's a heads up. Cover your crops in the northern hemisphere and now in the southern hemisphere and everywhere else. Cyclone Amphan kills more than 80 people as it tears through India. Now, this was a historic storm, and let's just get to the details. At least 72 people were killed in West Bengal alone. Bangladesh reported 10 deaths, and 1 million people were left without power. Electricity poles were toppled in southern and southwestern parts of the country. By Thursday, the main threat had passed, and this was the strongest hurricane. Let me find that talking point. Yeah, winds gust over 110 miles per hour. It's the strongest super cyclone ever recorded in the Bay of Bengal. but it lost much of its strength, thankfully, before making landfall. So there's some good news out of the story. Magnitude 6.1 earthquake hits the ocean west of Mexico. A relatively strong earthquake has been recorded in the Pacific west of Mexico. The quake with a preliminary magnitude 6.1 hit at 3:46 a.m. local time Friday at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. The epicenter was 173 kilometers east-southeast of the resort city of San Jose del Cabo. Cabo's rocking. No tsunami issued warning. And there's the big spot on the map. And Tonopah, Nevada, keeps rocking and rumbling or grumbling, however you want to look at it. Worldwide volcano news update. Etna, Kluchiskov, Popo, Tucono, Reventador, Sakurajima, Nevados de Chilan. The big story is a double boom at Etna. Explosions from 2 craters. INGV recorded explosions due to ongoing strombolian activity, which sounds delicious, from the summit craters. Today at 6:05 local time, an eruption at New Southeast crater generated an ash plume which reached 14,700 feet. Explosive activity also continues at the Vorange crater. Increasingly, ash plumes were dispersed near the summit. Seismicity remained elevated, including periods of increased amplitude tremor located beneath the New Southeast crater. How about them apples? Coming to a sky near you, Comet Swan is now visible above the horizon. If you want the details, read the article. And here's the position from May 15th. Let's blow that up. Wait with me. May 15th through June 10th. So clearly, in a week or so, end of May, early June is going to be the best time where it will be highest in the skyest. I said it. There's even a video you can watch. So check the links below for more. Gardening boom continues with the GIY initiative. Heads up, Ireland. You're doing it right. The gardening boom in Ireland continues as a nationwide initiative hopes to encourage people to grow their own food during the flu epidemic. The Grow It Forward initiative by GIY Ireland aims to get 50,000 people in Ireland to start growing their own vegetables. People who sign up for the initiative are provided with free seed starter packs and online gardening advice through local groups, which is awesome. Jennifer Farrell set up the Grow It Forward Greystones group, which now has 80 members. And one of the most important things out of all of this in Ireland is the mental health benefits that has been shown over and over again for gardening. It's really good for lowering stress and lowering anxiety. And at the moment, particularly over the last few weeks, that's what we need. So check it out. Links will be below. What should you know about the ice ages and climate change? Well, if you're new to the channel, this is a great background article with all of the graphs that we show. Sunspots, long-term ice core data, and really good background piece by Principia Scientifica. So I'll leave you links to that if you want to know what you should know. Freaky active object in Jupiter's orbit is the first of its kind seen by astronomers. It's not a comet, it's an asteroid. It's an astronomet or a comastroid. Look at that guy. Who is that? What's this all about? Wait, your mind's about to be blown. 300,000-year-old wooden throwing stick found in Germany. And they even have a picture of the guys using it. It's pretty amazing. Here, it's down here. Look at that. I wonder where they got that shot. I mean, that's a while ago. The team hypothesizes that hominids who lived here at Schönenberg, likely Homo heidelbergensis. Say that 3 times fast. Now, these amazingly tooled, this is 4 different angles of the same artifact, clearly was used often and cherished. But this is 300,000 years old. And a team of archaeologists from the University of Tübingen at the University of Liège has unearthed a well-preserved wooden stick, a throwing stick, handmade, at the Middle Pleistocene open-air site of Schöningen, Germany. Du hast in German? So that's big news. And here's the paper associated with that finding, in case you're a science geek like me and you want to read it. Well, the abstract anyway, unless you pay $8. Now, unmasking the truth behind masks, because I just want to provide the facts. On April 6th, this came out, MedPage Today. Masks fail to filter virus in coughing COVID-19 patients. Now, this is not hearsay like what the CDC puts out. This is based on an actual study. And there it is. Effectiveness of surgical and cotton masks in blocking SARS-CoV-2. A controlled comparison in 4 COVID patients. And they found that there was no protection. They don't do anything. So, read it yourself. We're just here to cut through the baloney, because I like making sandwiches. How about you? Hope you got something out of the video. Share this with like-minded people. It's the most important thing you can do. We want to thank all of our one-time donors, our Patreons, our seed savers, the recent seed winners that are going to get their packages soon. We did a seed giveaway during the Matt Powers interview. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's an awesome interview. Get out there, touch the dirt, grow some food, and be safe. We love you.